If you want to know how the pandemic is going in America, all you need to know is that America had more than 1 million reported cases in less than 6 days. Let's pause for a second on that. Didn't even take a week for 1 million new cases. And that is, I think, by any standard, an insane failure. But imagine if in those first days where we locked down and everybody was so terrified and they're going and stockpiling toilet paper, if you had told them that like 8 months later, we're going to have failed so bad that we're having 1 million new cases a week, even after all of this time, after all of these deaths, after all of these cases. Just amazing. Take a look. NBC News did a great listing of each day in November and look at the rise in cases there. 76,000 on the first was an insane number, and we're having double that. And in fact, on Sunday, which is always the lowest day, sometimes Monday, but Sunday is pretty low too. We had 139,000 cases. We had 583 deaths reported on a Sunday when many states don't even report. Still, on the lowest day, we had 583 deaths, and we have more on this. But really fast, I know that this isn't a new story, Francesca. How many times have we entered into a Monday with bad news like this? But this is just terrible. I mean, this is the most cases we've had this entire time.
Yeah, it is seriously frightening. And I without trying to, reduce your own anxiety and get a good night's sleep however you can, we should still be very concerned and take so many precautions. Look, Thanksgiving is coming up. I know people are going to see their family members. Please try not to make that either a long visit or a visit with many family members. Make sure you test and everyone tests. And I know that's hard to get people to test. But if they won't test, then you wear masks inside. Sorry, it's weird, but you're gonna do it. Or you have an outdoor heater, you got a patio, cool, that's even better. But no, this is what you have to do to keep your loved ones alive and safe. And if you need to skip it, you skip it, right? I know a lot of folks' families are a plane ride away. Maybe you should just skip it. And that is hard because we're in this moment where we wanna be close to one another. We're suffering because we aren't close to one another. So, it's just the sacrifice we have to keep making, thinking of our healthcare workers, thinking of the people who've died, thinking about how we want our family members to not die. Everyone knows someone at this point and will continue to know people. So, we come off the back of talking about all of these senseless and ridiculous lawsuits that the Trump administration is pursuing. And you just imagine if he turned that energy into actually trying to save people's lives. And it makes you just even more furious and angry. But it's pathetic. This is so pathetic that that we're not doing this. And also, last thing, it makes a case for having a health body that is completely separate from the government. Yes, there would have to be some kind of in working in tandem, but what if we had what if the CDC was more independent? What if we didn't have to politicize anything? Because this is not gonna be the last time that we go through this, sadly.
Yeah, no, it probably won't be. It won't be. But no, Trump isn't gonna change. Fauci said he hasn't been in one of the meetings in months. Oh, by the way, they're blocking the pandemic coordinating team from talking with Biden's transition team. They're stopping that from happening. Because it doesn't matter to them. They don't care, and they don't care if more people die. And the way I think about it now, especially with, we're gonna get to the vaccine in just a few. They apparently have developed vaccines that are relatively effective with relatively low incidence of side effects. And those will come at some point. We don't know exactly when, we don't know when regular people will be able to get them, but they are coming. And it makes me think of, beyond the last 2 decades, when you go back, there would be wars and lots of people would die in the wars. And at some point, the war would end. Some two elites would get together in a room and they'd end it. And because of the way communication worked, there would be days or weeks before some people in some battlefields found out about it, and they would still be fighting and dying needlessly because the war doesn't even exist anymore. We know that there's a vaccine. The question is, how many more people will die between now and when we actually get it? How many more people? Anybody watching this, do you want to get sick and deal with long-term organ failure? Do you want to potentially give it to one of your family members? Do you want to lose a friend or family member needlessly when we know that the effective cure is coming if we just are a little bit patient? And if we just unfortunately treat Thanksgiving like we treated Halloween and like we treated the 4th of July. It'll be okay. Yes, it sucks to feed 1 year to this monster, but there will be other years if we're responsible. If we're not, then maybe there's no more Thanksgivings for us. Maybe our grandma doesn't get to do another Christmas. And so that's the question that everybody is gonna have to face. It would be great to do a Thanksgiving in person and get to experience all the stress of setting that up and people flying in and getting in fights about politics. It would be great to have that horrible experience, but maybe not worth it. Maybe not worth it.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.